Hi guys, welcome back to the Zen Warrior channel. Welcome back. Hi guys, welcome back to another Zen Warrior video. And today I would love to talk about shadow journaling, and more specifically I want to actually walk you through the step-by-step process on how to actually embrace shadow journaling and make it part of your day-to-day life. So I'll share some of my most favorite hacks and tips, best practices that I wish I knew myself like 10 years ago, when I was completely unaware of this concept. But before I get started, in case you will find this video informative, in case you will find it helpful, please like, subscribe, and just share the comment in the comments below so I can find out about what are your favorite topics and ideas. And also I'd love to hear your suggestions on kind of other videos you would like to see from me. Now, I also want to highly recommend you to check my other videos in case you want to be your best self. Just a little bit about me. I'm a corporate well-being architect working with Fortune 500 companies, an inspirational speaker, and the CEO and founder of Oxygen, which is a well-being platform. I'm based here in London, and today I want to discuss, guys, one of my most favorite kind of techniques that has helped me so much when it comes to embracing my weaknesses, accepting myself, learning how to be more patient with myself so I can actually achieve big goals and live my dream life. So first of all, what is shadow journaling? So many people ask me every time I run a program, a well-being program. Many employees are wondering, okay, shadow journaling sounds like a very airy-fairy kind of thing. It's an evidence-based strategy and kind of method that was introduced by Carl Jung. Now, Carl Jung was a psychoanalyst, a psychiatrist, and he was actually the father of some of the most groundbreaking concepts in the space of psychology, in the space of mental health, such as the idea of synchronicity, the idea of the collective unconscious, and also the idea of the archetypes, which we'll be discussing on our today video. Now, the shadow journaling was based on the idea of Carl Jung, who actually said that the importance, the happiness, our life fulfillment, our self-actualization is the result of how much we integrate our shadow aspect of our psyche. Now, you might be thinking, okay, what is a shadow and how do I know what my shadows are? Now, don't worry, I'll walk you through the process. How do you go about finding out, what are those parts of your soul that you actually want to access, to reveal, so you can be your best self. Now, just on a side note, I want to recommend two books. So the first book, it is called Shadow Work Journal and Workbook. It is based on Carl Jung's work. And the second book I want to recommend, it is called Reclaim Your True Self, Deepen Self-Love, and Heal Past Triggers and Traumas. It's by Felix Buchwald, who once said, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with other people's darkness. What does it mean? It actually means that it helps you to become more empathic, helps you to be more compassionate. It actually gives you the power to connect with other people in a more authentic way. So, speaking of an authentic way, I want to start by sharing with you Carl Jung diagram. So there is a certain kind of diagram which is all about his theory, and this kind of diagram shows the different parts of who we are. So first of all, we have the outer world, which is the persona, is the identity we project to the world. Then is the ego. This is the conscious part of ourselves. Who do we think that we are? Then we have the self. The self is the true inner self. Sometimes we access it, we know what it is, sometimes we don't. Or some parts we are aware of, and some other parts we're not aware. So, and then there is the shadow. So the shadow is all the repressed emotions. These are all the unconscious parts of our psyche. And the last part is the inner world, the animus and anima, where we see the more masculine and feminine unconscious parts of ourselves. Now, today, of course, I will focus on the shadow part, which, as we said, is the repressed emotions. So, there is a lovely video I recommend where there is a lovely poet who is called David White, who once said, "Everyone casts a shadow. Everyone has a relationship with the fearful unknown." Now, to help you in this process of journaling, and before I start sharing the steps, I've got something that can actually help you on your journey. And I put together a journal with 21 mini chapters. In each chapter you can find an inspiring story as a self-evidence-based technique, and also you can find some kind of prompts that will invite you to journal in a certain way that can help you to unblock all those suppressed emotions you might be kind of hiding, like you might be suppressing. Now, when it comes to so you can check this journal, it's in the comments below. I will have it in the description. Now, the shadow work journaling process by Carl Jung. So what is special about this technique? So first of all, it helps us to explore the unknown parts of ourselves. Second, it brings us in contact with emotions we have that we don't or we cannot be aware of, like dark emotions, let's say fear, guilt, shame, all those things that we tend to express from time to time, but we might not be fully aware of what's the root cause. The next thing is shadow journaling. It helps us to explore our positive emotions as well, not only the negative. And that's what so many people get wrong. By practicing a shadow journaling, you will be able to find your true life's purpose. You will see what your true aspirations are. You will suddenly discover dreams you never thought you had, like since you were a little child, right? So all those things. And then the last thing, it can help you, especially in moments when you might be feeling stuck, when you might feel like nothing is moving, when you might feel hopeless. At this point, if you start practicing shadow journaling, you will find that you will be able to unblock all this kind of patterns and to understand the toxic habitual patterns in your life, or you will be able to see you know, why you might get stuck or what is behind it, right? So these are all the benefits. Now, just a disclaimer, right? Just a disclaimer. Shadow work journaling is a very powerful, very impactful kind of practice. But if you are feeling mentally or emotionally vulnerable, I wouldn't recommend it, because it requires you to do it in a kind of a safe space, in the right container. So if you feel really like vulnerable, it's better to seek professional support and guidance. Now, about how do we start? Now, we start with one of my most favorite practices, which is called automatic writing, or spirit writing, or stream of conscious writing. Is the practice so many film writers actually follow, adapt to unleash their creativity, to supercharge their imagination. So the way it works is that we write continuously on our journal without controlling, without filtering, without trying to analyze it, just spontaneously. Just allow ourselves to express whatever we have in mind, whatever we feel, without thinking it twice, let's say, right? So you keep writing. And even when there will be moments where you might get interrupted by, your busy mind and your shopping list and what are you gonna cook later for dinner, whatever thoughts they come, you just write those down too, okay? So you just write those down, and you do this in a way that invites you to be very open in the process. So the goal of automatic journaling is to bypass the conscious mind and access the subconscious mind, so we allow all the subconscious messages to flow freely on the page. And when it comes to shadow work, I want to share with you 5 prompts that will help you to activate the right side of your brain, and 5 prompts that will help you activate the left side of your brain. So, 5 prompts. Number 1, what feelings did I have as a child that were ignored or dismissed? When do I feel most envious? And what does this envy reveal about my desires? In what ways, I love this question, in what ways do I sabotage myself? Who are the people I admire the most, and why? If I had unlimited money, how would I live my life? And I want to share with you 5 sentence stems that, as I said earlier, will activate your left side of your brain. And the first is, some parts of myself that I tend to hide from others are. Number 2, if in my family I am the one who always. Number 3, some recurrent patterns I notice in my relationships are. Number 4, I feel most connected to my true self when. And number 5, what I really want in life is. So just write those down, and whenever you have some time, like 15-20 minutes, just do this automatic journaling, right? It's kind of unfiltered kind of journaling thing. And after you do it, just share in the comments below, how was this experience? How did this work for you really? Now, if you found this video helpful, if you found it useful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. So with other ideas, with anything that you would like me to present on my next video and discuss, of course. So have a beautiful rest of the day, and I look forward to see you on the next video.